Conversion therapy is a dangerous practice. It claims to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. These practices are based on the false idea that being LGBTQ+ is a choice or a flaw. Conversion therapy often masquerades as therapy or counseling. It relies on techniques that can be emotionally and psychologically damaging. These methods can include talk therapy, prayer, and aversive conditioning. Being LGBTQ+ is not a disease or a disorder. It is a natural variation of human experience. Leading medical organizations have condemned conversion therapy as harmful. Despite evidence, it continues to impact LGBTQ+ lives. We must challenge this harmful practice and create a world where everyone is free to be themselves. Conversion therapy employs methods to suppress or alter a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. These methods enforce conformity to heterosexual norms. Talk therapy instills shame about same-sex attraction or gender non-conformity. Prayer-based therapy views homosexuality as a sin. Aversive conditioning creates negative associations with LGBTQ+ themes. Conversion therapy has devastating consequences for mental health. To understand the persistence of conversion therapy, we must examine the historical and cultural contexts that have shaped negative attitudes towards homosexuality. For centuries, many societies have viewed same-sex attraction and gender nonconformity as taboo, sinful, or even criminal. Religious texts have often been interpreted to condemn homosexuality, leading to feelings of shame and guilt among LGBTQ+ individuals within those faiths. These interpretations have had a profound impact on social norms and legal systems. In the 20th century, homosexuality was classified as a mental illness by the medical community. This classification, though later debunked, contributed to the stigma and discrimination faced by LGBTQ+ individuals. While societal views have shifted dramatically in recent decades, remnants of these historical prejudices continue to fuel support for conversion therapy. It's essential to challenge these outdated beliefs and promote understanding and acceptance of sexual and gender diversity. Section 4. The scientific verdict: why conversion therapy is harmful and ineffective. The scientific consensus is clear. Conversion therapy is not only ineffective, but also deeply harmful. Numerous studies have shown that these practices fail to change sexual orientation or gender identity and can lead to significant psychological distress. The American Psychological Association, the American Medical Association, and other leading medical and mental health organizations have all issued statements condemning conversion therapy. They cite the lack of scientific evidence for its effectiveness and the potential for harm. Conversion therapy can lead to increased anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and even suicidal thoughts and behaviors. It can also damage self-esteem and create feelings of isolation and shame. It's crucial to rely on evidence-based approaches to mental health care. Affirming therapies, which focus on self-acceptance and celebrating LGBTQ+ identities, have proven far more effective in promoting well-being. Section 5. A call to action: protecting LGBTQ+ individuals from conversion therapy. Given the overwhelming evidence of its harms, it is imperative that we take action to protect LGBTQ+ individuals from conversion therapy. This requires a multi-pronged approach that includes education, legislation, and support for survivors. We must educate the public about the realities of conversion therapy, dispelling myths and misconceptions. This includes raising awareness among parents, educators, and religious leaders. Legislative action is crucial to ban conversion therapy, especially for minors who are particularly vulnerable to its harms. Many states and countries have already enacted such bans, and these efforts must continue. Support for survivors of conversion therapy is essential. This includes providing access to mental health services, creating safe spaces for sharing experiences, and validating the trauma they have endured. Section 6. Embracing diversity, building a more inclusive and accepting world. Ultimately, the fight against conversion therapy is part of a larger movement for LGBTQ+ equality and inclusion. It's about creating a world where everyone feels safe, valued, and respected for who they are. We must challenge the societal norms and prejudices that fuel homophobia and transphobia. This includes promoting positive representations of LGBTQ plus people in media, education, and all aspects of public life. We must also work to create more inclusive environments in our schools, workplaces, and communities. This means fostering a culture of respect, understanding, and acceptance for all, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. By embracing diversity and celebrating the uniqueness of each individual, we can build a more just and compassionate world for everyone.